There you are. You saw the experiment through to the end, yes? The data hasn't arrived yet, so please do tell. Was it as beautiful as I imagined? Any inklings to the result? Or perhaps I oughtn't to have recloistered myself till after the experiment concluded, Well, don't just stand there. Tell me everything. Some issues? You seem like softening the blow. Was there a malfunction? Was there some error in the calculations? Wait. Let's start from the beginning. Step me through your understanding of what's gone awry. Really? In what way? These are all fundamental building blocks of the universe. Together, they form the primordial soup our galaxy was formed from. This is widely recognized in scientific circles. This was just a start. Such models typically make an enormous amount of errors at first. All quite expected, an anticipated setback, nothing more. It simply needs to be revised and refined. You certainly seem to be making a lot out of this, though, one must say. Now, I'm starting to believe you're just needlessly fretting. Is this nerves? I'm sorry, I don't mean to be dismissive. Look, there may be some validity to some of your points, yes. But we'll improve. We will continue to stride forward. There's absolutely no need for all this doom and gloom. Why, I'm shocked. I'm certainly glad Sir Bujold isn't present to hear such needlessly provocative and deplorable accusation. There is no call for that sort of meanness in the scientific field. And I can personally attest that it is categorically untrue. Now, is that all? Because I think I've had enough of all this. Everything we've done here is built off Sir Bujold's research, which is quite brilliant. Now you've resorted to lying just to be hurtful. I've seen it before, and I understand you must be in pain, so I will neither take offense nor give that statement a second thought. The experiment data just arrived in my terminal. Allow me to eyeball it a moment. Perhaps there's something here to help prove or disprove any of what you've been saying. Everything seemed within acceptable parameters. No discernible variance. So why did it fail? Oh, come now. One bad test doesn't mean the science is completely flawed, does it? This has been a difficult conversation. Challenging, disputatious, at times compelling. Yet I remain unswayed.
If I may, I have a point I'd like to add. There's a critical flaw in Sir Bujold's approach I think best illustrated by this English phrase. Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana. I much appreciate this jest. Very simple, yet clever. Because in English, the word like can mean similar to or I prefer. And flies can be to soar, or plural of the insect. Through this perspective, it functions, makes sense, is humorous even. But in another language where words' meanings differ slightly, it does not. The framework we interpret the statement from changes, thus rendering it uninterpretable. False. Bujold's method of shortcutting the universal equation is much the same.
It lacks context. when you extrapolate the data from the mini-universe to the larger one, the information itself may scale correctly, but fail to interrelate. That is an interesting thought puzzle. As humorous as it is inapplicable. I remain unswayed.
We tried. Our fallback plan's our only option now. Head for the hatch.
What was that? You're starting to worry me. What do you intend to do?
Fellow scholars of the Order, a tragic accident has occurred. During our recent experiment in Test Chamber Beta, we failed to recognize that ventilation systems had been left connected to Test Chamber Alpha. As you know, it had been recently refurbished as an enclosure for Anchoress Brun. She gave her life for science. Well, it's true that we found the related research deeply flawed, but she gave her life for the pursuit of science. As the experiment was a colossal failure, I, as senior scientist remaining, have determined we must abandon this inquiry and shut down the program immediately. Oh, such a terrible shame. Farewell.
I understand now why they say never meet your heroes, Intercessor Delgado. You've truly been an enormous disappointment. A key experiment fails and Anchoress Brun falls prey to an unfortunate accident right after you and your consort arrive. And we are all to believe these events are unrelated?
That's circumstantial and more than a mite bit paranoid. I expect better from an Order scientician. Even one from the Department of Applied Scientism.
Don't think I don't see your handprints all over this, Delgado. I don't care that you somehow roped in Bujold with that little performance. I'm not buying it. The Anchoress, poor trusting soul that she was, may have believed you were here in good faith, but I don't. You're looking more and more like enemies to me. Fascinating. You know, I reviewed that work myself, right? I'm well versed in manipulative prevarication from feckless mutineers. Try again. Or try facing a gauntlet of well-trained exemplars. I could always choose for you. Are you done? I know you're to blame. I just wanted to see how far you were gonna take this. I can't believe Anchor's Brunn fell for any of it. Fellow exemplars of the Order, commence hostilities!
Ready to wait, sir. On your command.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Check your scope.
Taking time off. Let me know when you need a distraction.
Target active. Yeah. Yeah. Back and stand. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Analyze. Lay down fire.
Hey, got a distraction. That's the one you need to worry.
I have a fix. Check your scope.
Following the gap to...
Back and scan. Vitals critical. Don't become a statistic. Amplificator is charged. Yeah.
Oh, look who it is. The legendary former head intercessor of the Order. Another mission successfully completed. Made it through all that without a scratch, hmm? Glad to see. Say, I know this was difficult and rather a mess, but You listened. You tried to do right before you did what you must. I appreciate it, the attempt. No matter how that may sound.
The credit or blame belongs to the commander here. It was their decision, ultimately.
You forget I know you. You always thought you knew better. No one could ever convince you of anything. Before, that is. Good to see. Maybe you are facing yourself.
There are a few things I'm still not used to saying. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Please. And thank you. But thank you, Anais.
At any rate, I'm off. You all take care now. Marisol, don't be too enigmatic or anything. Try. Before I forget. Meant to give you this earlier.
Oh, thank you, Anais. Goodbye. Oh, Brunn obviously murdered her. Thought you knew that. Perhaps it was an accident. Perhaps she simply wanted to knock Chow unconscious so she could sneak away. Or not. Indefinite immurement isn't for everyone. Even the finest minds may crack under the strain. But her canned, feigned concern about Chow, how she kept changing the subject, both belied an underlying sense of guilt to me. Oh, not really. Not yet, at any rate. Everything's a bit raw right now. But suppose I will be. Thank you, dear.
Seer Bujold sure was something. Hope you didn't take any of her harsher comments to heart.
Commander, it's customary to evaluate results after a mission of reasonable significance. Would now be good? I've had some time to cogitate over what occurred at Point Obviation. Some parts don't sit right with me still. Wonder if you and I might talk it through. A bit, yes. With the work I used to do, I'm no stranger to guilt and regret. Midway into my requisite sleep cycle is when it usually plagues me the most. We could have done better by Ankress Brunn. If we'd properly convinced her to abandon the research, I'd doubtlessly still lament duping her, but she'd be alive. And yet, such actions were par for the course for me in the past. When my remorse for Brunn rears its head, it will need to get in line. Yes, Southworth was complicit. And now she's dead. I hope so, at least. According to Anais, we could have reduced the likelihood of that occurring by completing the brain-off. It's not anywhere near zero, but it's unlikely. She seemed pleased that we at least attempted to address her concerns, so I've changed, apparently. Thanks to you. No. There's plenty of credit and blame to go around. It's been a while since anyone gave me a good talking to like Anais did. And I'll admit your influence has been rather positive. I'm pleased with the path I'm on now. I didn't think this is what the plan had in store for me. I've been facing myself with the same zeal I face my enemies. With tidier results. Appreciate you taking the time to talk it over, Commander.
You gonna come talk to me? I've got something important to tell you. When Auntie said they were dispatching a troubleshooter to manage this Spacer's Choice issue, I set my expectations low. But you... impressive. If Auntie has faith in your grit, gumption, and general ability to go heeled into outrageous odds, you are very welcome. So, I'm Luttrell, and in case you were inadequately memorandized, I'm the reason you're here. I foolishly got wrangled into this insanity, and you're my only way out of it. Well, the short version starts in a shit system called Tau Ceti. Being assigned there was abominable. Just utterly miserable. And what's worse, a literal career dead end. When the anti-merger began, a junior exec named Ray convinced us we could leverage the opportunity. We'd use Anti to get to Arcadia, then secretly establish Spacer's Choice. What could look better to the company than sneaking away from Anti and establishing our brand in a new system on our own initiative? The galaxy would be our Tartarus sauce. Because we had no choice. Arcadia has not been the hotbed of commerce we were expecting. Trying to convert these simpleton zealots from their king or calculus cult has been insane. Without more workers, we can't even compete, much less take territory. But we're barely surviving on this damn rock as is. I can't imagine what'll happen if new folks come join. So, that's it. I'm done. I want to way back to being gently gouged by good choices, even if it means returning to Auntie's fold. It is the only sound strategy. By my estimation, there are 3 people that need killing to make this all go away. Ray, his labor subjugationist Gray, and his adverse intermediary Lester. If they're gone, there'll be no true believers left to wrangle this herd of misfits. One or a few of them might attempt to take lead, but none of them will manage. It's my hope that Auntie will then take the rest of us back in, but that's for them to negotiate. I'm getting mine and getting out. I have nothing brilliant to tell you. If you stay on the central mine shaft, you'll meet pretty much everyone along the way, though I wouldn't expect any of them to be friendly. Ray's office is at the end of the shaft, and he'll be surrounded by his anti-disgruntification troubleshooters. So, enjoy dealing with all that. As soon as you cause a big enough distraction, I'm heading for the hangar and strategically acquiring a ship that will get me to the undisputed claim. And back to civilized life.
Attention employees, this is William Ray. There's been some commotion at Landing Pad 3. Please be mindful of any trouble arising and report it to your supervisor.
Enemies detected.
Hostilities are afoot. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Home Consider self-preservation a priority.
Little guy, feeling hungry?
Alert. Hostile.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Standing by to stupefy. Can't attack what's not there. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Attention, it's Red. Was my last bulletin not clear? If you see folks who don't belong here, you kill them! It's not the Spacer's Choice way to expect others to do it for you!
Call it.
Proceeding to attack.
Closer.
Fortifying TOP.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Mitigating the threat. Fortification in progress.
Dispensing life preserver.
Combatant scared.
Soldier, I need a report on the last 5 hours of your activity. What would you say you do here?
Just reinforcing the wall, sir.
Investigating hostile intentions. Mobilizing.
been slight weapons malfunction, and we lost AI Lester. But everything's perfectly all right now. So, cans of biscuits are 50% off the rest of the day.
I'll handle this. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Maintaining your battle.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Promoting teammate health.
We made a vow. We'd choose the Spacer's way, even if it ain't the best. Well, now that way needs you to be in the way of whoever's coming to kill me. Survivors get free trip teas. And like a disruptive innovation that arrives without fanfare or pre-release marketing blitz, we seem to have a new competitor in our campaign of commercial combat. You are the poisoned saber of that abominable raptidon in chiffon, come to neutralize the competition and summarily execute the most ruthless of anti-competitive practices. Am I correct to assume that the beheadings will continue until my moonish visage sits alongside the others on her ghoulish table? Oh, so you're no anti-simpleton. You're a proper initiate of our capitalistic system. Given the alternatives, I am more than happy to negotiate. I'm sorry, come again? What in law's name makes you think Auntie would accept our surrender? I did, didn't I? It would be downright foolish for her to ignore all the untapped potential I represent. That's just the kind of paradigm-shattering thinking that catches the market unawares and solves all the universe's problems. All right, I'll do it. We'll get all of our woolly curds in order and then report back to the undisputed claim. Once she hears our tale, she'll accept us back for sure. Thank you for resolving this without further violence, friend. I hope sparing our lives doesn't cut into your bottom line.
Spacer's choice was not the best choice.
done some shrewd work convincing Ray he'd be safe if he turned himself in. I hear Auntie herself had a smile on her face when she gave the order to Edgar.
From home, but our Arcadia-grown league is a worthy substitute. Certainly a more profitable program than... Tramicular, arriving any moment now. Approaching station. Client intake. Like conduct. That won't put Pop. Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. While the Protectorate decide what its subjects get, we respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more, we skip the frivolously lengthy approval process our overbearing neighbors employ. Why wait 20 years to bring a new product to market when it can be enhancing people's lives now? As a responsible member of society, we allow you to take part in public product testing, respecting your right to risk a few pesky side effects as an early adopter. At Auntie's Choice, we understand that the marketplace is dynamic, efficient, and well-suited to the shifting needs of our populace. After all, that's what unbridled freedom's all about.
Fired my last aide after an hour. Can't find good underlings these days. Product refinement have fresh orders. What's next on my agenda?
Our contractor's back from broken knees. You requested a brief tete-a-tete.
Ah, there you are. Our fresh-faced new go-getter. We meet in the flesh at last. Your work is simply outstanding, ingenious, innovatory. Keep it up. You'll be going places. You don't seem much put off by my appearance. Good. I have no stomach for those with no stomach regarding me having no stomach. It is, however, something of a brand secret reserved for only the most trusted confidants. And covered in detail buried within the confidentiality clause you agreed to on arrival. I trust this presents no concerns for you, yes? Fortunately, when you're the head of an advanced medical technology corporation, you become first in line for any experimental life-preserving procedures. As far as what happened, I was the victim of an unfortunate industrial accident shortly after we arrived here, the details of which are less salient than the details of what comes next.
Not exactly. Well, exactly. But not in the way you think. We have a mission for you that is vital to Auntie's Choice's survival.
We've uncovered an opportunity to procure me a new, audaciously improved replacement body. I'll have you know, we at Auntie's Choice are far from blood simple. Where's the profit in killing all your enemies when you can co-opt and sell goods to them later? Ah, tut-tut. No, to find me the perfect body, you'll be assailing an inappreciably populated automated automech factory over on Prater. Not just any automechanical, something much, much more exciting. That facility was designed to build complex automechs, a natural choice when the Protectorate began experimenting with a proxy body for the original Sovereign. It was the last in a long line of his ill-fated life extension experiments. Work halted when he died, and the torso prosthesis they developed has been locked in the lab ever since. Make it mine.
There's a sub-facility beneath the automech factory. Its entrance, being hidden, is easy to miss. But we can show you how to find it.
Well then, fetch me my new body and we can finally begin bringing this system to heel.
Amplificator at ready status. We suffered extensive damage, taking the fight out of them, mitigating the threat.
Took one nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial means. At Andy's choice, we strive to do 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals. With Andy's choice.
Tramacular. Arriving any moment now. Approaching station. Client intake.
Auntie's choice is Mulosol.
Business is good. We have positive... portfolio is diversified.
Live, love, laugh, purchase, and consume.
With Auntie's choice. As your peerless leader, known for her unparalleled business acumen, I might appear above the occasional frivolity. But no, I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all of you base rank and file. The Big Rift cut off tossball news from home, but our Arcadia-grown league is a worthy substitute. Certainly a more profitable program than the Protectorate's watered-down rip-off. Pitchball, they call it. My, how imaginative. And don't get me started on their arbitrary rule changes. Bronzing is prohibited in the Tuesday and
Soon I'll be able to leave this office in my stylish... That! Finally! Finally! Do you have it? Did you bring it here? A last-minute shakedown, is it? I knew I liked you. Yes, of course. Fine, fine. Oh, let me see it. Yes, indeed. Oh, let me look at you, gorgeous. If you'll all just excuse me a moment as I slip into something more formidable.
There you are. Congratulations. Now your body's almost as intimidating as your mind. You've narrowed the gap quite a bit.
Oh, Auntie, you look amazing. Absolutely everyone will want a new mech body after watching you strut the walk.
What about you? What do you think? Any first impressions you'd like to share? Wonderful! Exactly the effect I was hoping for. What's more, it's an undeniable confirmation that the archive-derived strategic plan can be reliably executed and produces incredible results.
Astutely observed, Auntie. Irrefutable at this point.
Stupendous! Pursuing data-driven results has been my mantra since my first day at Auntie Cleo's.
Next point of business. It's high time. There's no profit in or angle to gain from putting it off further. We need to deal with the Order. Why, the market penetration strategy devised by their computronic doodad even supports this. Certainly they must see it coming. Its final point states as follows. Combine resources and know-how with the Order of the Ascendant to maximize collective reach and effectiveness. Oh, my tender-footed junior associate. I suppose I do. A merger, following a swift and decisive change in management, executed by you. It's the presiding bishop, Ruth Bassar. She simply must go. All those scientists will swiftly fall in line like annoying little overachieving school children once you've rendered her decedent.
That characterization of Order scienticians is... all right, that is largely correct. Fine. Not sure assassination is the smartest play here, though. It's very direct, very loud. And look, I'm not an ardent fan of Ruth Bassar, but this is... she is the presiding bishop of the Order. To murder her may be disruptive to the grand plan. If that occurs, I may have to part ways with you. So be sure you're committed to this.
Like all Order predictions, a certain amount of reinterpretation is necessary. A bit of reading betwixt the lines to suss out intent and formulate the practical steps that follow. So while the measure may state that we should combine resources with the Order, I recognize how clearing a path to do so is needed. Now, assuming you're done asking me to explain myself, are we agreed?
The number of assassinations this unit has participated in is greater than 0.
Expected more from you. But fine. Go off. Mull it over more if you must. Return once you've found your spine.
Caution, Commander. Omnipresent high voltage detected.
Ratcheting up my aggression. Mobilizing.
Emergency protocols ready.
Proceeding to attack. Check your scope for combatant analysis. Combatant scan. Hostilities are afoot. Resorting to violence. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Fortification in progress. Locking them down. I'll handle this. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Taking the bite out of them. They're benumbed.
Security vulnerabilities identified. Check your scope for combatant analysis. Taking the fight out of them, locking them down. Stun weapon ready, Commander. Combatant scanned. Proceeding to attack.
These cowards won't even
Ratchet
fight us face to face.
Have a fix on their weaknesses. Combatant scanned.
Deserves a look. Going to violence. What number?
Consider self-preservation a priority. I'll handle this. Check your scope for combatant analysis. Mitigating the threat. Purification in progress.
Generate concern. Maintaining your ability to
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
fortifying team.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Hostilities are afoot. I have a fix on their weaknesses. There be none. Purification in progress. Combatant scan. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Dispensing
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
providing a
Investigating hostile intelligence.
Remember, collective cognitive compliance is a key part of our perfect society. When we comply together, we thrive together.
Go for torpification.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Emergency protocol syringes primed. Promoting teammate.